"Have you ever seen such a strange police officer?" The criminal had taken a hostage and was still leisurely handing out popsicles to his colleagues. The criminal couldn't help but complain. It was too humiliating. The officer just told him not to worry and continued to distribute popsicles to his colleagues. The criminal felt disrespected and tried to assert his presence by shouting that he had high explosive bombs on his body and throughout the building, and that he was very unstable emotionally. The officer, however, remained calm and climbed up to the rooftop, asking the criminal if he wanted a popsicle. The criminal, fearing the officer might have a weapon, told him to take off his clothes. After the officer removed one piece of clothing, the criminal demanded he take off more. The officer decided to handcuff himself, which finally convinced the criminal to release the hostage. His real target was the officer, but to his surprise, the officer warned him about a sniper. The criminal panicked and hid behind the officer, watching as the sniper withdrew. The criminal then complained to the officer, blaming him for ruining his life. It turned out that every time the criminal had broken the law, it was this officer who had caught him, and each time the sentences had been harsher. Now, with nothing left, he had come to settle the score with the officer. The criminal had come here today to die together. The criminal pretended to press the remote control to die together with the officer, but seeing no reaction from him, he felt very upset. He thought the officer should be scared and beg for mercy. The criminal vented his anger, saying that the script wasn't supposed to be like this. Before he could finish, he saw that the fully armed special forces had withdrawn, and the safety air cushions at the bottom of the building were also removed. The criminal was now anxious and asked the officer why they had withdrawn. The officer told him to take out the lab report from his pocket. To his surprise, the officer had terminal lung cancer. The criminal shouted in delight, but the officer said he didn't care and that they were both just doing it for the money. But unexpected things had happened. He said it was a good thing that he could die together with the criminal, and that he would be considered a martyr in the line of duty. He sat down next to the criminal, which made the criminal jump up in fear. He hadn't wanted the officer to become a martyr. The officer said he had withdrawn the people because he was afraid the criminal would change his mind. Then he got up to grab the remote control. This time the criminal panicked and tried to persuade the officer, saying he should think about his family. Seeing the officer's agitation, the criminal also became a bit anxious. The officer said that in the next life, he would still be a police officer, and the criminal could still be a criminal, and they could continue like this. The criminal was stunned and quickly threw away the remote control and turned to surrender on his knees.